welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Stella and I've been sharing my hiking journey since 2018 when I hiked the Pacific Crest Trail, and by now I've somehow managed to hike over 10,000 miles. This year I attempted my biggest challenge yet, the calendar year Triple Crown, but unfortunately the attempt fell flat in July after 3,100 miles when I got sick for about 3 weeks. Now I'm well rested, healed up, and ready to take on the last 350 miles of the Appalachian Trail, just because I was so close at the end that I couldn't resist coming back to finish. Join me every day at 7 a.m. Eastern while I hike from the Presidential Range in New Hampshire to Mount Katahdin in Maine. Good morning, everybody. I woke up the Rattlesnake River shelter. I tented in my Durston. I was able to sleep through the night pretty much really well. I brought out my Z-Packs 10-degree sleeping bag that they gifted me with a couple years ago. I haven't used that sleeping bag so much because I think it might be like 10 ounces lighter or more than my quilt. But my quilt is so old. My Enlightened Equipment quilt that I bought in 2018 has been like every single trip with me, and I've barely washed it, which I think has kept it good because I also usually sleep in pajamas, so that keeps your sleeping system nice too because you're not getting as many oils from like your dirty clothes into your sleeping bag or whatever. But anyways, that's a 20-degree quilt, and while it's still like I carried it most of this year, but I also was carrying down pants. So anyways, I love that sleeping bag. I love being zipped all the way in. I feel so warm in it, and it feels so worth it. I feel so cozy. Yeah, so that was really nice. Yeah, I have been gifted so much gear over the years because of these videos, and a lot of times just because I ask and I make these videos, and even though I have a small audience, I think that brands do find it valuable just for, you know, the vloggers or whatever that are being seen to have their gear out there and being used. So I'm really thankful for all those brands, especially the ones this year that like supported me even though I didn't make it all the way on the calendar year Triple Crown. I feel super bummed about it. I think at some point in my life I'll definitely have my Triple Crown and maybe even my double Triple Crown if I finish the AT this year, which I'm planning on it. You know, then the other trails, I don't know, we'll see. I really want kids, so if that season of life starts at some point, that would be nice, but also I think that would slow down my get out on trail every year kind of vibe I have going. So I'm not sure what next year will look like. I still want to go to Europe. I want to do the Tour de Mont Blanc. I want to go to Norway, and take you guys along, of course, and yeah, and the last little section of the Camino in Spain, maybe another Camino. There's a bunch of different Caminos in Spain. But yeah, I think finally starting to feel like I have more goals outside of hiking, and kind of realizing that like there's a lot of stuff I want to learn. There's a lot of stuff I want to cultivate inside myself. Like I want to seek new ideas and new understandings about like a variety of topics, and I think if I get organized on some of that stuff it'll be easier to do. And yeah, just some ideas for work and how that can all like flow together, and different like income streams I can have, so I can hustle a little while like different income streams are growing. But yeah, just trying to lean into some of those positive thoughts. And yeah, that feels good. So today is gonna look like I'm to the road. I'm to like route 2. I arrive at route 2 today in like 2 miles. And so it should just be a little quick jaunt. I didn't have any coffee or caffeine pill because I'm planning on hopping into town, grabbing coffee, a breakfast sandwich, and maybe a couple other things to fill up my resupply. And then I think I'll have 2 nights out. So tonight and tomorrow night, and then in the morning or early afternoon, probably the morning, hopefully, I will arrive at another road crossing where I'll go into town and stay at a hostel. So that's the plan right now. My hands are freezing, my gloves are buried in my clothes bag, so I need to start remembering to take those out for these like first few hours of hiking. I'm way down low in the valley, so yeah, these 2 miles will be really easy, and I'm looking forward to that. Today should be hard. I think I go over Moosic Notch. Oh, either today or tomorrow. Depends on how many miles I do today. It's either going to be 13 and a half or 19. So I think I'm leaning towards the 13 and a half. This is a new Stella. Learn to take it easy, girl. Okay, so let's get into today. Thanks for listening to me ramble. And just like that, I'm back in town. I think it only took maybe 5 or 10 minutes before a previous thru hiker who lives in the area, he picked me up, he gave me a ride. It's a really short, like 5 or 10 minute ride. Okay, just popped in there, got a couple things. Now I'm gonna hitch back to trail. Okay, just got picked up by a trail angel, dropped back off. I just restarted my watch. Unfortunately, I completely stopped it. Like I should have just paused it. So now at the end of the day, it won't say those 1.6 miles I hiked this morning. But yeah, I'm just feeling really thankful. My knees feel a little swollen, but not too bad. Such a nice little morning. I didn't have any service like most of the day yesterday. And last night I didn't have any. So I got to talk to Cam, who is Leffy. Leffy is Cam. For a little bit this morning. He's in the middle of the sea. So his ship is, I think, headed from Baltimore to Brunswick now. So he's getting a bunch of work done, and yeah, hopefully he gets off in a couple weeks. So he's gonna come out here, and hopefully it'll be towards the end. He'll definitely hike Katahdin with me, and then maybe trail magic me, depending on how far away I am. We almost brought his stuff up here. Like all his through hiking gear is at home, so I almost packed it up, but then his schedule changed, and it looked like he wouldn't make it out like with like maybe a day or two, and then it got changed again. Now he's going to be here earlier, but anyways, I'm going slower than expected. I think I might have passed it, actually. I don't know. I need to check the map. So anyways, he might come, and I might have walked too far. Okay, the AT goes down this road. Look at all these chickens. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Hello, big rooster. Wow. Kind of scared. Whoa. Wow. Hello. Oh yeah, this road is blazed. Look at those blazes. Meow, meow. water is so glassy, you can barely see it. It's under the, between the orange cones and the top of the dam. And then it's like, oh, beautiful. Also, the northbound mile 1900 is on that bridge. I mean, it wasn't like signed, but I'm pretty sure I just crossed Novo mile 1900. Let's see if the canopy goes all the way to yellow and red by the time I get to Mount Katahdin. So right now it's still very much mostly green, tiny spots of yellow and red. And of course the ground is covered in leaves from many past seasons. Oh, okay, I made it to the first very steep part. I think it's only 0.3 or 0.4, so not too long. I've gone 3.24 miles since I started from the road, and taking it very slow. My tummy feels a little like weird. I think I have like a bunch of food sensitivity now. Like I get stomach aches really easily, depending on what I eat. So like while I was home, I was like trying to reintegrate like normal food and get back to my normal diet, which is like vegetarian, mostly like tofu curries and like stir fries. I was eating a lot of salad before I left, but now I have really intense reaction to just vegetable heavy meals, and I'll keel over for like 3 to 4 hours. I actually got one the other day at the hut because I just had a normal dinner that they prepared above the Clouds hut. In the middle of the night, I got a really bad stomach ache. So yeah, maybe I did talk to you guys about this already, but yeah, so while I was home, I was like, well, the only thing that definitely doesn't hurt my stomach is like baked goods, a lot of the same stuff I was eating on trail. And I knew I was most likely coming back out here where I would again be eating trail food. So I didn't take it too seriously to figure out like, what do I do to heal this? So my stomach is in shambles. And I think it's also stress, like, just like not doing the thing, going from feeling super aligned with the really hard thing I was doing every day, like on an emotional level, to that thing being over and not accomplishing it because of being sick for like 3 weeks. That just like emotionally really took a toll. So yeah, I think the combination of being like unhappy, like having some negative internal dialogue, and then also getting like stomach aches and stuff just from trying to eat and be healthy, and it just is not a good combination. So let me sit here and finish the story. So yeah, I think that I might try some like intermittent fasting and then some like prolonged fasting to reset my gut, maybe once this is over. But I'm pretty sure Cam and I are hiking in Japan. It's like almost as soon as I'm done with this. It won't be as intense, but there's still like straight vertical sections where you like climb stairs. And so it's not like just a flat, like super easy trail, kind of like, I feel like the Camino is pretty easy most days. But yeah, so I'm not sure if I I feel like that might be my best bet because I used to have food sensitivity and IBS like while I was married. And I was thinking about like the journey from not having stomach aches all the time and having to be more careful with what I eat to like being able to eat mostly anything really healthy. And that I think I was trying out intermittent fasting and kind of prolonging that. I think my body just had time to just clean out, just like reset. So anyways, I'm kind of thinking about that right now because I have a little bit of a stomach ache. That's my little update about my stomach. If you have any tips about food sensitivity, you can leave them in the comments. Whew, okay, I'm at the top. It was really close to where I sat down. Mostly trees as the view, but that was the tippy top. Whew, now I go down a little bit, then back up. Maybe that will have like some bigger views. Okay, climbing the steep bit. Oh yeah, it's all boulders and straight up. I am sweating so much and just trying to keep up a faster pace because there were some hikers behind me, and it's always kind of awkward because you never know, like how fast a hiker's gonna be, and most likely I've been going really slow, but I got to them when they were stopped, and actually I need to make sure I'm going the right way. Okay, beautiful views. But yeah, all I was trying to say is I'm going faster than I would like. So I'm probably gonna let these hikers pass once we get to the top and just take like a nice long 10-minute break or something so they can get ahead, because too much. I wanna go at my own pace. Under the trees for a second. Headed down now, like a steep down for about 0.3 or 0.4. Maybe actually half a mile, I think. It's close to half a mile. And then straight back up. There's not a lot of water in this section yet, so like there hasn't been water yet, so hoping that there's water at this next brook. Otherwise I have to get like pond water later. Okay, coming down that, it was a bit steeper out of view, but I definitely felt like this is the part that's just like, it's just not that fun for me. Okay, some still pools at this little brook. Let's see if we can find anything flowing. Oof. Looks pretty clear. Oh, flowing a little bit right there. Okay, I filled up 2 liters, or just about 2 liters from that little pond. Well, from that little stagnant pool. It's very slowly moving, but I went up a little higher, completely dry. So that was the deepest one. It was definitely dirty, there was definitely dust in there and leaf crumbs. Okay, first pond. Before I get to camp, there'll be 3. This one's Page Pond. Very pretty. Okay, I just made it to the highest point I have been at today, which is only 2,800 feet. I think Mount Moriah, which I was on yesterday, was a 4,000 footer. I won't be up to 4,000 feet again until the very end of, well, actually not tomorrow, but the next day. But I think I do climb another 1,000 feet at least tomorrow. And yeah, it was still just still been a tough day. I think I'm going down like a couple hundred feet and then right back up a couple hundred feet to the same elevation, maybe a little higher. And then I'll be headed down and then over to camp. So I think I have like 3 more miles to go, so that's nice. I was just coming over here to, well, I was passing this, but I was coming close to admire how pretty this like light green moss is. And there's a bunch of moose poo. So that's kind of funny. Yeah, it's really pretty. Okay, I just filled up from this tiny spout. Look, it's so beautiful, but at least it's flowing a little bit. So I'm gonna fill up again so that I don't have to get from the pond tonight, but I still might because of the water tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, pond number 2 down below. Not sure if the forest will open up and I'll have a better view of it, but there it is. Looks like there's been some trail maintenance on this section. It's nice and freshly graded, which is nice. Okay, I'm definitely on the AT because look at this big white blaze. But this trail has been groomed so nicely for so long that, well, not so long, but for a while. And I was like, is this the trail? Am I on the trail still? Did I make a wrong turn? So look at, this is far out. So in this moment, the trail has been rerouted to this beautifully well done new little stretch. It looks like it'll reconnect pretty soon, but yeah, this is wonderful. Look at these leaves. They are very gorgeous, making a nice little tunnel. Is he gonna fall? Don't fall, little guy. What are you doing? Don't fall. Get back up there. Okay. 3rd pond before I get to camp. But camp is also at a pond, so I guess I wasn't counting that. So I'm getting pretty close. I got some downhill to do. From far away, it's such an optical illusion. The reflection is so clear. Sometimes it looks like it's very far away, but it's pretty close. Here I am. Okay, here's the downhill. Yay. Yay. Made it to the turnoff, to the Gentian. I don't know how to say this shelter's name, but made it to the turnoff to the shelter. So I just gotta wind around on this blue blaze and then I'll be there. And the finale pond. Finale for the day. And the first side of the shelter. I think there might be quite a few people here, so we'll see how much I film. hopefully still a decent amount. Okay, we gotta add that first 1.7 or 6 I did. I'll take a screenshot of my distance for the day. At least it peeks out a little bit. Those mountains in the distance. It's nice. Okay, I made it to camp. There's one tent platform left, so I'm gonna take this one. I like walked around and around to find a good spot, but like to see if there's anything else. My knees are sore. But this one's kind of close to the privy, so I don't love that. But otherwise, it's pretty nice. The forest is nice. I have a couple hours before sunset, so I should be able to get set up and relax for the evening. So, yay, I'm glad I made it. Let's get my tent set up. Oh gosh. It's been really fun learning how to set up a trekking pole tent on tent platforms. It's so much easier than I thought it would be, especially when there's these little eyelet hooks on the sides. I put my ground sheet out actually to dry because it was really wet from the night before. So I didn't end up using it here, but yeah, I didn't really need to since I was on the tent platform anyways. I wanted to make sure and try to take up the least amount of space on the tent platform that I could, just in case any other hikers came and needed to set up next to me. But otherwise, yeah, it went really well. Okay, it was a really nice day. I have been laying down for almost an hour. I had some mushroom risotto meals to go for dinner. It was really good. And I think I hit Maine tomorrow, which is crazy. Yeah, probably another night out before I get to town. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.